They've dropped their last 2 games, though very competitive in both, to both Penn State and to Boston University. Batiste and Hastings to jump center, won by Boston College, and we are off here. His field goal percentage for the year.
Good call, that's exactly right.
You see back to work, hand kicks, 3-ball, Forte is good.
Again, don't be surprised if they try to generate something in tight.
Here's Fred Payne from the free throw line. Fred Payne has been very good recently for BC.
Well, he's off to a special start as well.
Here's Batiste, step back, and he hits. There you go.
That's what we were saying a couple possessions ago, Eric. You saw that crossover dribble there.
And he guards Jayden Hastings here. 13 to shoot for Boston College. And everybody deliberate to start. Here's Payne for 3. Fred Payne picking up right where he left off. That's an early 5.
Great.
And right inside, just as you mentioned, Barbour gets to the bucket. He has 5. Kapke hands off for Luka Tays. 5 to shoot, kicks to Shaw. Hand gotta go for 3. Got it.
So valuable. Luka Tays in the lane, make the pass.
Since the Northeastern game back on November 11th, he's been banged up, so an important guy to have back for Harvard. Kapke right hand, got the friendly roll. Now PJ nearly had 5 points in a row of his own, but an offensive rebound.
Another second chance for the Crimson.
PJ got his man to the ground, and he goes right to the basket and scores. 10 to shoot, Radunovic driving right hand, Radunovic to the basket.
Find the straight line to the rim.
Native of Montenegro, Marko Radunovic averaging about 14 minutes a game off the bench for BC. Here is Nesbitt, 10 to shoot, around for Hunt. Got his defender up, and Hunt hits the long 2.
With Thomas Batiste.
He is 16 of 24 from behind the arc this year. Shaw to match, he did! You know, obviously we mentioned the 34 points he had, a career high against BU. It was notable just because of the number, as Fred Payne finds another 3. Don't wait any longer, he calls timeout. BC, the 3-ball has been effective, 5 of 10 from behind the arc to start. Payne picking up a little bit of pace to it.
Yep.
You see by 6, 7:13 to go. Hastings inside.
Good.
Batiste wide open, can't leave him there.
When it's all said and done, he'll be a candidate for the collegiate NCAA Basketball Hall of Fame. He should get to 500 wins by then, too.
The rebound for Hinton, and they do indeed push. Barbour for 3. That's in and out, but an offensive rebound by Hinton. Barbour gets another crack at it, and this time he scores. Down by Hinton, and it eventually gives Barbour another opportunity.
You know, they're very good at finding.
Here's Forte, tried to lob it up, and ends up working there for Kapke. You see 6 of 13 from 3. They've shot 48% overall, and Fred Payne connects.
5-man motion, open up the court. Everybody has skill, and you find this guy to driving lane.
And there's PJ showing a little bit of a burst. He has 8.
Harvard wins games at the free throw line. They get there and they win it, and they don't put you on the line. So between their 3-point makes,
just 2 of 16 from the field, so it was a really important bounce back game for him, let alone the career high. Here's Donald Hand, and that's good from 3. So 4.9 on the timer, 46-42. Boston College leads. Nice play. Robert Hinton, and he's going to get the basket out of it.
This is just sniffing it out real well on the inbounds. Went with the left hand, which was the proper hand. That allowed them to retrieve that ball.
And driving into the paint, double team there. Hand makes his move for Shaw. Shaw! Oh, moving Shaw!
This is just a really talented play. Find the open man in the perimeter.
Aidan Shaw up to 7 points. Entrance for PJ against Shaw. PJ is affected well by Shaw defensively. There's a drive to the basket, and it just rolls off for Eisendrath. Still looking for his first points of the day. 3-ball is good. Caleb Steger, he's here to shoot threes.
Good ball reversal. Kind of stationary on the weak side, but he'll find them if they're there.
The tee's back in, which means Kapke has the size advantage. 10 points for Boden. Kapke.
Kapke's got determined low-post footwork. You can see his dribble drop game right there. He can go left, as you saw there, or his more dominant right hand would be the shot of preference. Excellent job there finishing the play.
After a couple of years at Butler into Boston College, there's Robert Hinton for 2 in a quick time. It's Boston College's final game for a week. They played a lot here in a short order. Stager, can he do it again?
Oh,
He
yeah.
did it!
You know, it's just one of those days for him.
And it's a little 8-0 scoring run in the midst of that spurt. Here is Hinton. Remember, he had a steal like that early that kind of got Harvard going. And ended up... So a little bit of a bounce-back result here for BC, though that's taken away by Frankie Menino, and he scores at the rim. 73-60, Boston College gets back to 500.
A lot of relief in that hug right there.